I'm Dave from Cyderbaby, and tonight or today I'm speaking to the Bittersweets. Hello.
Hi,
Um, Tell me about yourselves.
I am Zoe Infante. I am 20 from Southern California and I am in music with this guy, Declan.
Hiya.
Um, we're the Bittersweethearts.
Okay, Declan,
Well,
it's your turn.
I'm 22. I'm also from Southern California. And I'm also in music.
Brilliant, brilliant. So, Bittersweethearts, when did this all happen?
About what, 6 months ago now? Maybe 7,
I think
right?
so.
So I started this band about 6 months ago, 7, and then I found my manager and he kind of helped me create my dream band. And so after like so many auditions for guitarists, like I finally found Declan and then we started writing right away. And yeah, so
Brilliant. So, what sort of style of music do you bring into the
I
fold?
it's like very 60s inspired alternative indie rock.
Okay. Okay. Is that something that you're listening to naturally yourselves, or is it something you just thought,
I grew up listening to like Led Zeppelin and that pretty much that time period, 68 through 75, just rock, thinking that it was coming out like then. So I didn't know I was listening to music from the 60s when I was listening to music from the 60s. I just thought this is music. So, I've kind of applied a lot of the recording techniques to this band that I've learned from doing deep dives on older bands.
Okay. Okay, cool. So what music have you available now? I mean, have you recorded stuff? Have you got stuff ready to record, or are you putting out singles? What?
So we just recorded like our first album. We just
Right.
released a debut single like last week, I believe. It's called Hate to Love, and that was like the first song we wrote together. So it's super special. But yeah, we have a bunch of music recorded. We have more music that we're gonna be recording, and then we're gonna release it all before we go on our European tour in the winter. So yeah.
No, okay, okay. So you're crossing the pond, as it were.
Yes.
Yeah. So winter tour. Where are you heading to? Hopefully the UK. I hear you say.
UK, like basically all of Europe, the whole shebang. So we're super excited.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're super stoked and can't wait to get over there and play. So
Would it be the first time over here for either of you? I assume the Bittersweethearts is going to be the first time, but before
yes.
that.
Yep.
I have never been to Europe like ever. So I've always wanted to go. So I'm very excited.
Same,
Okay.
same
Yeah.
here.
So I suppose with your interest in Led Zeppelin and bands like that, you're coming to quite the home country, I suppose, in a way.
Yeah.
Are you looking for inspiration for more writing?
I mean, I think it'll be really cool to kind of run around where Jeff Beck gave Jimmy Page his Olympic white Telecaster, and that whole story. And it's weird because you hear stories about how music has never really known the boundaries of countries. Jimmy Page's first Les Paul he got from an American band, the Eagles, and he had a solo career, Joe Walsh, before Jimmy Page bought his first Les Paul from Joe Walsh. And I don't know, I always think it's so interesting how the walls drop when it comes to the music industry. There's no predisposition towards each other, which I love.
It's a much smaller world in the music industry, isn't it? As there no boundaries seem
Yeah,
to exist.
so nice.
Yeah. Even more so now with like Spotify and stuff like that. You're actually in a very digital world, which is tiny in comparison. Um, how is this affecting you? I mean, you've got this album, and music you're ready to drop. Are you happy with the Spotify um world, or would you prefer something a little bit more solid in your hands?
Personally, I feel like I grew up in the wrong generation. I always grew up listening to older music as well. My dad's in music, and it's been super influential on me just to grow up listening basically 60s, yeah, 70s, just everything like that. So I wish that we were in a world where streaming wasn't the main source of like finding music and stuff like that, but it definitely can reach people faster per
Mm,
se because it's all like at your fingertips. So that's cool, but like more of like the aesthetic and like the feel of like buying vinyls and stuff like that is definitely way where I would rather be in my head. But yeah.
mm. Um, we've spoken about obviously guitarist influences, but what about vocalist influences for you? I mean, you've got quite a strong voice there as well. So, I mean,
Thank you.
who, who, who inspired you to pick up the microphone?
So growing up in music, I've just been singing my whole life. I grew up listening, like I was raised on the Beatles and then like the
Mm,
Stones and so like the Zombies. There's just so many people like Velvet Underground. There's so many people who inspire me. Um Women wise, I'd probably say like Blondie. Um
I get that.
I love like Carole King, Etta James. There's just a bunch of like powerful, amazing women in music from back then too. So super cool. I don't know, everything inspires me with that sound and that feel and that energy. So it's just I love it. But
Okay. Okay. Looking at the actual album you've got or coming up for release, then, what can you tell me about that? Uh, musically wise, what are we likely to expect?
Right off the bat, there should be a complete change of pace, honestly, because we've got kind of a ballad out right now,
Hmm.
and our next single will be a little punchier, and there's some pretty energetic songs on our record. It's in terms of energy, it's pretty diverse. It's not, all sing-songy, but it kind of started all in the same place where, pick up a guitar and start with an idea, and Zoe comes up with parts to sing. And yeah.
Excellent. Okay. So when are you planning to drop the album?
so we have a few more videos and singles we're gonna release
Hmm.
up until January, which is when we're gonna release the whole thing because we're going on tour in January. So hopefully like New Year's Eve, I think is when we're thinking we're gonna or maybe New Year's Day we're gonna release and then we're gonna go like on the tour. So we're kind of like putting out little teasers for the full album. So yeah.
Okay. So touring, I mean, is it a headline tour you're doing, or
Jacqueline?
It's a pretty DIY tour right now. We won't be playing any festivals or anything, but we'll be
right?
playing pretty much anywhere we can, which is, interesting. But it's really just to put out feelers, see how people react to us somewhere that's not home.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Okay, cool. Okay. I suppose a question that really throws some people: who would you be your ideal touring partner? I mean, if you were to say, "Oh, I've got one band, so we're doing a dual headline tour," who would it be?
Do you want to answer first, Jacqueline?
No, go for it.
Is it like a dead or alive thing or?
No, you can pick anybody you like.
Okay, probably I would choose the Stones for sure.
Yeah.
That
Okay,
would be,
Declan.
yeah.
You know, I've got a favorite band. They're current. They're called the
Say it.
1975. They're so poppy, but they're from Manchester actually.
Yeah.
And yeah, I love their albums.
Yeah.
And a great show.
They were called into the Reading and Leeds Festival to replace Rage Against the Machine when they had to pull out.
Yes.
So yeah, well, yeah, we know it. We know the 1975s. Might have heard of them.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. I suppose it's a bit early to ask for people to know what tracks for you to pick, but is there a defining song on that album that you think, yeah, this is really us? You've really nailed the sound that you want to produce. Is there a song there that you say, yeah, this is us?
I feel like there's like, so we have ballady songs and we have more like rocky songs, like alt rock songs. And there's like some songs with like a blend between both. I feel like our sound kind of travels throughout a song. Like it's not all just one genre. It kind of just like flows into, like, I feel like every, probably Hate to Love, but there's maybe Bittersweet. What do you think, Declan? Yeah?
My favorite is Run From You.
Run From You. Okay,
Yeah.
that's okay. I changed my, delete that. Run From I could totally, yeah. Run From You has that thing I was describing, how it starts as like a ballad, but it goes into, it's very, our music definitely travels, if that makes sense. And that one definitely takes your ears on a journey, a pleasant, wonderful journey. So yeah, but
Okay.
it's hard. I love them all for different reasons and the same reasons even. So yeah, but Run From You, great choice, Declan.
No collaboration between the two members of the band at all whatsoever.
Nope.
Okay, on that note, I'm going to let you guys go. You've probably got a hectic schedule because I know what your PR guys like. So thank you for your time, and hopefully we'll catch up soon.
Sounds great.
Thank you so much.
You.
Okay, take care.
You too.
Bye.